Hello and welcome. This is Michelle with Paper Stamp Inc. Thanks for stopping by my channel today, where you'll receive tips, techniques, and tutorials to inspire you in your own paper crafting projects. So today I want to share with you simple stamping and how you can step up your simple stamping card. So we're going to go ahead and set these aside, and let's grab our paper, stamp, and ink, and let's get started. So for my paper, I have this beautiful Highland Heather for my base, and I am going to, that is a 4 1/4 by 11-inch sheet of paper, scored at 5 1/2, and let's go ahead and give that a fold for our base. And then I have 2 pieces of Whisper White that are cut at 4 inches by 5 1/4, and that's just going to give us a nice little layer on our card. I like to have a stack of these cut for simple stamping. It makes it quick and easy. I use one for the outside, and then if I'm using a darker colored card base, I like to put one on the inside as well. So that is it for our paper today for our simple stamping. And let's go ahead and grab our stamp, and we are going to be using the Dear Doily Cling Stamp Set. Now this is from the Occasions catalog that was just released earlier in January, and there's got some great new products in it. This is one of the new cling stamp sets. If you're not familiar with those, they are super clingy. So you know, sometimes maybe we had problems with our stamps not wanting to stick to the blocks, and as you can see, that's not going to be a problem anymore. I do have a video on how I store mine and how to adhere these, and I will link that at the end of this video. So let's go ahead and pull off the stamps we're going to use. I'm going to use this large doily, the medium doily, and this little image here. I guess it's not really a doily, but goes beautifully with the set. And words can't express, and oh, I need to grab my sentiment for the inside. We're going to use Just How Much You Mean to Me. Can also put How Sorry I Am for Your Loss, How Much Your Kindness Touches My Life. Now, a lot of times when I think of doilies, I think very Victorian, antique kind of look, and those are beautiful colors as well, but I wanted to switch it up a little bit, and I am craving bright colors. I don't know where you're at, what part of the country or the world you're in, but I'm in Montana, and it has been cold, 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 and snowy. In fact, we got just 8 inches yesterday, and it is still snowing, so I'm not sure how much we're going to end up with, but I was ready for some bright colors, so I wanted to choose some fun colors to liven things up. One of my favorites, well, actually I love all of these, but one of my favorite new colors is this Balmy Blue, and I always think you can't go wrong with Daffodil Delight for a cheerful card. And I love purple, so we're going to put some Highland Heather in there as well. So I'm going to go ahead and mount these up, and you're going to notice these new cling stamps. I mean, you're not going to be able to shake that off. These are wonderful. I love those new stamps. They did a great job with them. Go and get these all mounted up so we're ready to go. I love to have extra blocks if you're kind of going, what other little things can you invest in besides your stamps? Having multiple blocks just makes my stamping so much simpler, and they're very economical. So I encourage you to take a look at, whenever you're placing an order, maybe adding one more block onto your collection. I like to have multiples in several sizes, just that way I can set up and not have to keep unmounting and remounting my stamps. We are going to bring one more color in. We're going to be using our Memento Tuxedo Black ink for the sentiment. So just to share with you, that Dear Doily stamp set does come with coordinating dies. We're not going to be using them on today's stamps, but you do get these wonderful dies that coordinate as well. Because we're focusing on simple stamping, I chose not to utilize those, but remember, when you purchase a stamp set and a punch or a die set when they first come out in the catalog, you get 10% off. So it's a great time to pick those up. The other item I'm going to be using on the stepped up cards is our layering circles, and I'm a huge proponent of having basic shapes in your punches and your dies. They will really add to your stamping, but you do not need those to make beautiful cards. So let's go ahead and let's bring in our Balmy Blue. So we're going to start off, and we're just going to make this card, and then I will share with you how I stepped this card up. Okay, start with a Balmy Blue, and I like to take my largest image first and spread that around on my card. Make sure you're not afraid to stamp off of the edge of the card. I think that is what makes your cards look more special. When we try and make everything perfectly on the actual card base, it leaves these weird white borders out there, and it just doesn't look as natural, at least to me. So I always like to stamp off the paper, so make sure you've got some scrap paper or grid paper behind there, and I'm working in 3s for my main image at least. So, and I do like to do odds, so I'm going to start with 3 of these large images, and I'm keeping this bottom corner somewhat blank because that's where I want to put my sentiment. So I have thought about that before I got started, where I want my sentiment to end up. And let's go ahead and take our Daffodil Delight. So leave me a comment below. Let me know what part of the world or country you're in and what the weather is like where you're at. Are you getting tired of winter, or maybe you're in the other hemisphere and you're experiencing summer right now? But I know we have had a very mild winter to begin with here, and we are making up for it now. So I can't complain because we did have it very, very easy, at least for my neck of the woods in December and January. So we knew it was coming. We need that moisture. I'm bringing our Highland Heather here, and I'm just kind of finding some empty spots to fill that in with that little pop of Highland Heather. And I'm trying to keep in mind where my sentiment's going to end up there. And a little bit of color there. There we go. Look how quickly this card is coming together. Now, we are in our Sale-A-Bration time period, so I want to make sure, if you haven't heard of that and don't know what Sale-A-Bration is, I would be remiss if I did not share with you what Sale-A-Bration is. It's a time of year where you can earn free products, and who doesn't like free stuff? I like free stuff, so I'm pretty sure you guys do too. Whenever you spend $50 or $100, you can earn items from our Sale-A-Bration catalog, and you can earn them for free. So we have the original one that came out in January, and then there's some new products that came out in February, and starting March 1st, we're going to have some coordinating products that will go with some of those free stamp sets. So let's go ahead and run through really quick here, and I'll just share with you some of the items that you can get for free. I won't point all of them out because, hey, you guys can go and look online on my store. So we've got this great Hello Cupcake set you can get free with $50 purchase. This Botanical Butterfly Designer Series paper. Beautiful, beautiful. I'm obsessed with this paper, so you guys are going to be seeing some videos with that. And it coordinates so wonderfully with the Butterfly Gala stamp set that is out, and the coordinating punch. I love a punch that coordinates because it's just so quick and easy, and you don't need special tools like a die cutting machine to utilize those punches. Now, some of the items are out of stock, like these butterfly elements, but there's still a lot of wonderful things to select from in this initial catalog. And I have to point out, this is one of my favorites here. I love this. I love a good sentiment stamp set because you can mix and match it with all of your other stamp sets and really suit the specific occasion. I think these are just really sweet and fun ones. So, know that today a friend is thinking of you. I'm glad you are a part of my story. The world needs more people like you. I just love uplifting sentiments. And then we do have some items that are free at the $100 level. And the tea dies and the lovely or lasting lily I always want to call it Lovely Lily, Lasting Lily stamp set. And this is one of our distinctive stamp sets. So I'll make sure to get a video out and share some of those things with you. And then we've got some new products in here as well that are available. This is going to go fast if I am correct. I think this embossing folder, the Country Flow Dynamic Textured Embossing folder, is going to be one of the items that's going to go quickly and sell out. So if you're interested in that one, I suggest you get an order in sooner rather than later. And I have a video planned that I hope to get out here soon as well on this Painted Seasons bundle. So this is free with a $100 order, and it is these distinctive stamps again. And I love those because they give you that illusion of two-step stamping with just one stamp. So you get all that depth and that texture and that shading, and it comes with beautiful coordinating paper as well. So, and then there are going to be some coordination products that are coming out to coordinate with some of our other free stamp sets. So, for example, that Lily, Lasting Lily, there we go, stamp set. We have some framelit dies that coordinate with it. We've got cupcakes that go with that cupcake one. Hop around framelets. Gotta love these little froggies. They're so cute. We'll be getting some more videos out, I'm sure, with those too. And I just gotta give you guys a real quick, shh, don't tell anyone. I gotta share this really quick. Okay, you ready? Those are the distinctive dies. Okay, that's gonna be another video. You have to stay tuned while we turn that one out, but I love that one. I can't wait to share it with you guys. So let's go ahead and get this put together. And I'm just going to come in here and get my Tombow started. It's not wanting to go on me. Let's give it a good shake. And sorry about that. Well, I know there's some in there. I can feel it in there. I have several of these on hand because it is my glue of choice. With the Tombow, it gives you just enough time to kind of wiggle your paper around and get it in just the right spot. And let's make sure that we decorate up the inside of this as well. And I'm going to go ahead and just come back in with that balmy blue and that large stamp. And I'm just going to put a stamp down there in the corner. Going to take our Memento black ink out again, and just how much you mean to me. And I always like to check my stamps and see if they're as straight as I would like. Sorry, I'm trying to do this without getting my head in the video, and just do a test stamp. And you know, I thought I had that straight, but kind of leaned up a little to the right to me, so I'm going to do that again. And there we go. I think that's much better before I come in and put it on my paper here. There we go. So doing that little, taking just a moment to see if that's on there straight, I think is helpful. I do love having the photopolymer for my sentiments. It makes that definitely much simpler to do. But sometimes I just don't get those rubber ones on quite as straight, so I always like to do a quick check. And there is our simple stamping card. That was so easy, so quick. You could make a bunch of these and have them on hand, switch up the sentiments, and have just a whole stock ready to go when you need them. So I'm going to share with you the stepped up version. So with the stepped up version, I used our Artisan Pearls, and these are great to have in your craft closet because you can color these. So you can use our Stampin' Right markers, our Stampin' Blends, and you can color them to coordinate with the colors on your project. So I used my blends and colored in the pearls to match my centers of my doilies, put those on there, and then I used some of this ribbon, which unfortunately is out of stock right now, but I think I heard that it may come back in stock, and I hope it does because this is just gorgeous. And you get 5 colors with this. This was one of the free Sale-A-Bration items, and they're trying to get it back in from what I understand. And look at just that beautiful sheer ribbon and all those pretty colors. So I selected the the yellow to put on here, and I just wrapped it around, tucked it around the back of my card, and cut off a small strip and put a knot there. And then just stepped up one more notch. I used those Larry and Circle dies and did a punch in the balmy blue, or a die in the balmy blue with the scallops, and another with the Whisper White, and popped that up on some dimensionals just to add some more texture. And I also, on both of these, did mount them with a Daffodil Delight piece of cardstock. So I trimmed this panel down. It is 1/4 inch smaller, so it's 3 7/4 inch wide by 5 inches tall. So it is slightly smaller than this Whisper White panel. So you keep that in mind as you're putting your doilies on there. Realize you have a little bit less room to work with. But there you go. You've got our simple stamping, our casual stamper, and our avid stamper. 3 different looks, and I think they're all beautiful. Remember, don't forget to stamp the insides of your cards, decorate those up, and make sure that you do something creative today and share it with someone you love. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit that red button below and then tap the bell, and that'll give you notifications of future videos I have. If you're looking for any of the products that I shared today, I sure would appreciate your business. I'll have my website linked below. Go ahead and place an order there, and make sure you use the hostess code if your order is under $150, and that will qualify you for a free gift from me in the mail. Now, if your order is $150 or more, don't use the hostess code, because you'll qualify for Stampin' Rewards and you'll still get that free gift from me. I hope that you have a great day, and God bless.